Hey, good morning, and welcome to another Thursday morning here on Ken versus 10, a live reseller show where I list stuff, 10 items, and during the show, and I try to see if I can sell those items before next week's show. And this week wasn't the greatest in sales. I only sold one of the items that I listed last week, but that's okay. I had other sales. I had a pretty decent week for not having done a whole lot uh, for the week. So if you are new to the show or just checking me out, my name is Ken, SSK Promo, Mr. Bill, the DOG, El Luchador, WR Hart. I'm a seasonal Santa and just like to be here on the YouTube community and just have some fun here on this show. We do about an hour every Thursday morning at 11 a.m. And let's see who we got in the chat here. First up is a good friend, Chris Cajun Reseller. How you doing, Chris? Hopefully your trip and your Christmas was good with your family. Sorry about that loss in the fantasy football there, right at the last game. Austin Eckler put it on you, and I think I play you again this week. So in the last week of the season. And Lilac Seller is here. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for coming out. I don't think, Lilac, that I have seen you in the chat before. So throw me your name out there. I'd like to know your name to be able to address you properly. Chris is frankenboxing some Star Wars micro machines right now. Now, those are pretty small. You don't have a box that fits those, or do you have to frankenbox one down real small? And Aaron Rebel Junk. Hey, Ken, Chris, and Lilac. Good morning to you, Aaron. Aaron is out there meeting goals right now. She just made it over. One of her goals was to get over 1,000 listings, and she did that. She got to like 1,003 listings. And then those crazy buyers, once you start listing, they start buying. And now she's back under 1,000, but that's a excellent problem to have. Yeah, Austin Eckler was great this year. 25 by 13 by 3. It's a box with over 40 micro machines. Great. And Meg. Good morning, Meg. Thank you for that. I will jot that down on my notes right here. Welcome, welcome. So, anyway, I'm on vacation this week. Well, kind of last week and this week too. So, I'm not going to list anything at all today. Nice sale right there. All those micro machines, $140 plus shipping. That is cool. And congrats to Aaron on that. So yeah, I'm on vacation. When I had my 9 to 5 job, I hate to say, people go, "Oh, my regular job," because reselling is a regular job. I probably work harder at this than I did when I was working a regular 9 to 5 sort of a job. But for 32 years that I was at my last place, I was always on vacation the week between Christmas and New Year's. So I just have continued that in my reselling. I just kind of take a break, refresh, kind of regroup, get ideas for next year, some goals that I'd like to hit, and going to talk about that a little bit. If you also follow me on the Reseller Clickbait podcast with Jimmy Old School Flips, we have our live. The last of our live holiday tour shows is in New Year's. We're actually going to do it in the first week of the new year, and we're going to have some special guests, and we're going to kind of talk about goals that we had for 2022 Did we reach those goals? Did we not reach those goals? And things that we want to do in 2022. So I just got a message. Is my voice okay? Is the sound coming through okay? And Aaron is wanting to know if Chris has those on a video, those micro machines. Yeah, Chris does vacation at the same time, and not yet. They'll be in this week's What's Sold. So I try to okay, Chris is saying sounds good. So shout out to my little niece Aspen Monkeyhead, who is watching the show right now. She is next door at my folks. She had a sleepover with grandma last night. And so she is over there, and I told her I'd give her a shout out. So, hey, Aspen, how are you today? And so, yeah, I'm on vacation, not listing anything. Of course, the sales kind of show up with that. I have nothing to ship out today. I did have some good sales earlier in the week. I've been shipping out each day. And there is my mother right there. Good morning from Aspen. Yeah, when I had tons of plush all over the house, she would come over and she wanted to pick through, and we would make little games and little bets where she could win some of the plush. She could pick out of the whole pile what she wanted. And so yeah, she always had a good time coming over here. And Aaron is saying hey to Aspen. So how was everybody's Christmas? I last show was before Christmas, and so I had a really good Christmas and enjoyed everything. Did anybody get any reseller items as gifts? I'm not done with Christmas yet. I'm a festive guy, and so I'm still watching the Hallmark Christmas movies every day. It's basically the TV's cranked up on there all day. I'm still listening to Christmas music around the house while I'm working, and while I'm out in the car, I still have the Christmas stations on. How much for that $100 bill, Ken? I'll sell that to you for $50, half price. Good morning, Larry. Way out one. How are you this morning? Good to have you on the show. Hope you had a good Christmas. And Chris is chiming in here. He got a light ring that he has to set up still. That is cool. I love getting reseller gifts right back here. Actually, all this bubble wrap that you see here, that was a Christmas gift. Some of the large, like half-inch bubble, and some of the small. I got that for Christmas, and so that was cool. And I also got one of these, a box resizer of this style. So I wanted to try this style. I haven't had one like this before, and I want to try it out. I've always used this style right here that has the little wheel on the back. And so I wanted to try one of these. So I put that on my Christmas list, and Santa dropped that off for me. Santa's a great guy for sure. Christmas was cold, but I'd rather that than overheat. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. It's actually unseasonably warm here. Our Christmas was just brutal. The day before, like Christmas Eve, or maybe that Thursday, whatever day it was, we had a cold front move in, and it snowed about 3-4 inches, 5 inches, and then just got brutally cold. The temperatures um on Friday before Christmas were in the minus. I think it was down to -10. I don't think it got above zero all day. And so that made it, travel and people that were doing last minute shopping, it really made it difficult. Then Christmas Eve was just brutal. I think it was maybe less than 10 degrees. It did warm up a little bit, but the wind was just brutal and vicious the whole time. And da, 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 see, Christmas was cold. I love the resizer you got. Have you used one of those, Larry, like that size? I'm excited to try it out. I need to ship something to make a box or just make one up. Saw the new Avatar movie. Was that any good? I saw the original one before in the theater, uh, and I've heard that the new one is really good. And Meg says I took home all the boxes after the family unwrapped them. Not sure that counts as a gift though. Yeah, it definitely does. Yeah, you definitely Christmas time is a good time to load up on all those Amazon boxes and different gift sort of boxes to do the shipping. I do buy some boxes, especially with my eBay coupon that I get for having a store. I buy boxes. Um, and but yeah, all you got to do is throw out there to your family and friends, hey, I'm looking for boxes, and all of a sudden your garage is completely filled. I've got boxes I could resell for the next 100 years. It was long. I hope you're talking about the Avatar movie. Been using that for a few years, use it on a regular basis. Yeah, that box resizer. I'm excited. I've been wanting to get one of those for a while. Yeah, my mother had said the wind chill, it was minus 30 degrees on like Christmas Eve, and the day before that, it was just brutal. So, but we had a good day. We had good Christmas. All the family was able to make it over to my folks' house, and it's it's just always a fun festive time over there. We cram about 18 people in a room that comfortably fits 8 people, but we all sit around. We got piles of presents, and it's just madness and chaos, and it's loud, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. It is very fun. And there is Jill right there in the chat. Good morning, Jill. Did anybody buy themselves a Christmas present at all? Do you ever buy yourself something for Christmas? Just a little something. It's like, hey, I deserve this nice little thing. Or maybe afterwards, um, that I got a lot of gift cards, eBay and Amazon and stuff like that. And I don't, I'll definitely buy myself some gifts with that. But did you buy yourself something ahead of Christmas uh, that you had fun with? I'd like to know that as well. So, like I said, I am not done with Christmas yet. I just a festive guy. I am, however, done with this beard. I'm tired of beard maintenance. You know, every day the washing and the beard oil and the beard butter and the beard balm and brush. I got like a pile of different brushes and combs and yeah, as you can see now, it's starting to get a little dirty. My darker hair is growing in underneath, and so I'm pretty sure that the next time you see me, I will be clean shaven, which only happens basically once a year, and then I'll just start growing a beard again. Are you Fred? So again, I'm just on vacation this week. I'm just chilling, watching movies, just doing some running around. I did brave Walmart the day after Christmas, and I'm not sure how many people were there that day, but I'm gonna go with all of them. Just it was brutal out there. Yeah, just people everywhere. And in the Christmas department, I'm really not sure why people feel the need to, pick up an item. Oh, hey, let's look at this. Do I want to buy this thing? Nope. And they just throw it anywhere. It's just the place was just a mess. It was in chaos. But I did pick up some extra wrapping paper. I had used a lot of my wrapping paper, and I still haven't shown my wrapping table. I talked about this on the podcast and maybe last week. I need to um, show my wrapping table. Where are the 40 family members? They're all showing up strong here. I bought my school book because it was too expensive to put on my list. Well, you should have said something. I could have got that for you. Yeah, my family's well represented in the chat here, Paul. And when we had the podcast, the Christmas podcast, the chat was loaded up with my a lot of my family members like to come out and support. Got a lot of wrapping paper from storage units. Oh, good good idea. Good thought right there. But man, my mouth is dry today for some reason. I don't know why it's dry in my house. I need to get my humidifier out. Everything I walk around and touch, I get shocked by. But you know what? I thought I would do here on the show as well, just to see if anybody was game, bought herself a book, not a. I'm going to throw a link in the chat there. And I'm going to hey, I figured that out. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to figure that out. If anybody would like to join me on the show, maybe talk about their Christmas, maybe talk about some fun gifts that they got or, just whatever, chit chat, hit that link right there and join me. And Aunt Danica is here. Good morning, Lady Luck Junk Danica. How are you today? eBay took down all my knives listings today. You can't send them GSP anymore, I guess. Aha, interesting. So, Paul, does that mean if you go in and modify those listings and take off that international or that GSP that you will be able to um, relist them? That's interesting. I don't have any knives. I have some like those Leatherman tools and stuff, kind of like a multi-tool. I have some of those listed, but they have not been taken down. Hello to Danica and right back at ya. So yeah, getting towards the end of the year here, the calendar year. Of course, all the talk will start to be about taxes and stuff. And so Paul says, yeah, you can't send them to the UK or Ireland. So as long as I take it down from there, I can send it to Canada and the US. Okay, that's a good tip. So anybody out there that has knives that are listed and you have them for international or GSP, at least to the UK and Ireland, go modify those listings so you don't end up getting them taken down. And Paul is probably getting himself really packed up for his big move here. Was selling quite a few knives to Germany and France. Have to figure out how to make that available still. Yes, I'll be interested to see if you update that in a future video. Yeah, taxes getting to be tax season. That's what everybody will be talking about, especially I have to watch one of the news videos. Apparently, I saw Kevin Commonwealth, one of his thumbnails said something about that new 1099 form that eBay is supposed to send out or all the platforms. Something about they've put that off for a little bit. I have to see. Yeah, the GSP is going away. Yeah, it has gone away for me as well, Larry. I think eBay kind of took that over themselves or went with a new company. I did notice I used to have to send everything to Erlanger, Kentucky, and now it's going to someplace in Illinois or Indiana, which is good because they didn't move it out west. So for me, it's still not a big expense to do that international shipping if I'm using that GSP type of shipping. And Paul has started packing yesterday. Send all your prayers and Adderall you have, please. Yeah, for those of you who might not know, Paul is making a big move from the Philadelphia area down to the Florida area here in the first part of the year. Has to move all of that inventory and get set up and um, And so, yeah, definitely prayers and some Adderall for sir safe travels in that. I hope it works out well for you. At least it'll be a lot warmer, I'm sure, than Philadelphia. And there is Paul. Oh, I miss Santa already. Back to just Ken. Yeah, just about. I'm gonna be purely Ken next time you see me. Hey, Paul, I saw on one of your videos, are you already to 20 out of the 24 hours? Uh Paul, I saw that new scanner that you got for your ball cards. Was that a Christmas gift that you got, or is that something that you bought for yourself? That looks like it's going to be a huge time saver in those cards. And I was going to ask the same question that somebody else did in the chat or in your comments on there. If how that affected the cards, if you would send higher dollar cards through that scanner or still kind of just photograph those the old way. So that looked, throwing that pile of cards through there that quick. Does it scan front and back at the same time, or does it just scan one side, then you have to flip it over? I was pretty interested in that. Need to get up to that 24 out of 24 for sure. Um Larry just did some tax info last night. Yeah, I worked on downloading some reports and stuff myself. Give all your inventory to Joe, Harry, Jess, Kelsey, etc. Paul, there you go. Just give it away and start over new when you get down there. Sourcing in that area seems to be pretty good. At least some of the Florida sellers that I see always grab good stuff. Oh, there's a shortage of Adderall. Better get that now. Pretty much going away on giving it away on whatnot. Yeah. Yep. Good way to get rid of the inventory, make a little bit of money back. Present to myself. There's somebody that bought himself a gift. Paul does front and back at the same time. It only do the low end cards though. The high end still be photo. Have you noticed any damage at all to any of those common cards that you're sending through there? Because I've seen Cameron Gravity Goods. He also uses a scanner because he does a lot of postcards and ephemera, those sorts of items, and just looks like a great device and a big time saver. Good morning, Roman. Good to have you here, and hello out to everyone. I saw Roman's been going live a lot here lately. Saw him. I think it was yesterday he was on. I was just kind of watching in the background, so I didn't hit the chat much, but he was finding some things, advising against selling some stuff like crazy clock parts and things like that. Uh, but yeah, those yearbooks, I sell yearbooks as well, Roman. Anytime I can pick those up for cheap, and they usually sell pretty good. You got to get that right buyer that's looking for a yearbook from a certain year, especially when they get back to the way older ones, because a lot of those folks have passed away. Um, and Roman was showing his box resizer as well. He had one of those same. Oh, where did I just put it? Oh, I threw it back there someplace. One of this style right here. So, um, Roman has been live a lot lately. He needs to stick to his niche and not doing anything at all. See, the common type cards, no damage. I did common chrome card and saw a small roller mark on the surface. Yeah, I was wondering about that, if it would roller mark those. Um, I have not bought any crazy clocks, but hey, you sold some, so I'll look for them when I'm out. I always take anything that I see somebody else selling and try to sell it. Best part is I take those scans and pop into the AI power gun that identifies the cards and creates an eBay CS. Oh, huge time saver. Huge time saver. Says I have like 20 yearbooks from Mansfield Senior that you can have. Yeah, we have talked about that. And I have sold some right there. Usually when it gets around that summer months, June, July, August, when folks are having all of their reunions, that's when you start to see a lot more sales or a lot more attention send out offers on those anyway. And we got Paul and Roman speaking in their native tongue. We have no idea. And someone needs to translate that. It's probably like, hey, who's this goofy guy? Yeah, like selling yearbooks for sure. He cornered a market in his lives, will tell you not to sell them. Yeah, exactly. Roman gets all this good stuff and says, don't sell any of this. It won't sell. So he can grab it up himself. Let's see. Ken, Paul told me in Russian to show you where crawfish spend their winter. Oh, ready? Pretty much. LOL. So if anybody wants to join me, the link is pinned there at the top. We can chat, see how your Christmas went, how your New Year's, if you got any big plans, you got parties to go to, you got family coming in. Do you keep New Year's a little low key? Billsy Bear Memories, good morning, welcome. Went to an estate sale that had yearbooks from the 40s. They wanted too much money, and uh yeah, so many of those people are not around still, which is true. If you can get some, yearbooks from the later 70s, the 80s, even the 90s, so people were really those are better sellers and can move along pretty quick. Yeah, agreed. Some of the stuff that sells very strange. Yeah, I anything I find that's strange or looks odd out there, I'm picking it up for sure. Man, why am I so thirsty this morning? This shirt, you know what? Okay, this has nothing to do with anything I was talking about, but like shirts that you get that have like the printed tag in the back, and then you've washed them so much that you can no longer see like the printed size tag or whatever. But it also makes it difficult to tell which is the front and the back of the shirt. So pretty much every day, because all my shirts are getting old, I put my shirt on backwards the first time. Anybody else have that problem? Maybe it's just me. I'm an adult. I don't even know how to dress myself. So anyway, yeah, like I started the show with saying, I'm just on vacation. I just been kind of hanging out, um, not doing much of anything. I'm still sending out offers. Oh, that's right. Today is Thursday. I should look and see. Um, Jill says that's how we met. I'm odd and quirky, and you picked me up. That's right. And I've been trying to resell you ever since. No takers. eBay keeps taking down the listing. It's oh, so it's not necessarily that the tags are worn out, it's because I can't see. My mother's, giving me grief. Here, I'll put on my glasses. These don't help either at all. I can't see anything out of those. The, oh, so let's see if I have any offers to send out today on eBay. We will look with that. I usually do that right at the very beginning, but I've been sending out the offers since I haven't been listing. I've been sending out the offers, even though I have a lot of the sales. Everything is on sale right now. I usually do that as the sale ends. Yes, Mr. Magoo. I hear ya. I hear ya. Post sports. I found one yearbook with a photo of Baker Mayfield on the lacrosse team. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Anytime if you had somebody in your area that you can find a yearbook that has a famous person or somebody that's, made the news or something is that's definitely so. Yeah, I would imagine being from the Well, Baker Mayfield wasn't from the Cleveland area, though, was he originally? I don't know where he grew up, but that's a pretty cool find right there, Roman. 3 offers to send out: a wine opener, some Santa Claus hedge salt and pepper shakers. I'm still selling Christmas. Most of my sales that I've had over, say, the last 3 or 4 days have been still Christmassy items. I'm still moving along all of those Christmas ornaments that I had listed. Um, and that would explain his throwing. He throws like he swings a lacrosse stick. Yeah, of course, we had Baker here in Cleveland for a little while, and he moved on to what Carolina and just failed there. But he's doing well with the Rams, at least the last few games that he's been in. So we're just gonna send out offers here on these 3 items that I have because I sent out like 30 offers yesterday. I thought about saving them to send out on the show, but it's like, nope, let's get them out there. Let's try to get some sales generated. We'll put that in there and shoot those offers out right there. So we'll see what happens with that. Maybe I'll get a quick sale while I'm on the show right here. Ken, he was from Texas, Ohio born. Could be don't. Yeah, no kidding. Agreed. Is everybody ready for the big bowl games this weekend? Of course, the Ohio State Buckeyes are playing in the Peach Bowl against the Georgia Bulldogs. And so we're going to win that one. And I'm looking for the Michigan to beat TCU in their game. And then it's going to be another big matchup for the national championship, Ohio State versus Michigan. That's my prediction right now. So we'll go back to this video after the national championship game and see that Ken was right. Buckeyes beat the Bulldogs. Wolverines beat the TCU. I don't even know what TCU is. I don't know what their mascot is. So, but oh, we got Go Dogs right here. Got a little friendly competition right there. So, yeah, Joe Burrow is an exception, Chris. Yeah, for sure. Congrats on the 200 subscribers, Ken. Sure. I'm sure it's because you were on an awesome YouTubers live streamers. Yeah, thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and hit the thumbs up. That really helps. And one of my goals, I promise a lot of content. Oh, I'm going to make a video about that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to start 2023 hashtag goals in 2023 is to actually put out some content that I talk about constantly. And hopefully just everybody will get tired of seeing me. I'll put out so much stuff. Everybody will get tired of seeing SSK promo, Mr. Bill. And I'm going to feature a lot of the guys back here, Commonwealth Hudson. Oh, there's some ESPN notifications right there. Fleet Frank, Old Screen Flips, the Mr. Bills, FJ Mack right there. Going to feature them in some videos. I was working on a Christmas video that I just didn't get done to send out a video Christmas card. Thank you, Roman. Roman said he's already tired. he's already he's already tired of seeing Ken show up like once a week on twice a week on the podcast and on the 10 versus Ken. Two's enough for everybody. A little bit of Ken goes a long way. I understand. And so no takers there in the got the link pinned at the top of the chat there. If anybody wants to join me on the show, that would be cool. Just hang out and talk a little bit. My phone, I'm sorry, my phone keeps going off. With I like to leave it on in case I get a cha-ching to share with folks. That is my niece Aspen that keeps, uh 10 years. Yeah, that messaging me about stuff she's watching. So she got a bunch. Chris, you'd be excited. She got a bunch of Squishmallows. TCU is the Horned Frogs. There you go. What kind of name is that? The Horned Frogs for a football team. Ooh, the Horned Frogs are coming. I'm scared. Well, I guess Buckeyes aren't all that scary either. What am I talking about? But yeah, Chris, my niece got a whole bunch of Squishmallows for Christmas, and had I known, I'd have hit you up to get some of those. I did get a gift for Jill. Jill was looking for a popcorn Squishmallow. And as soon as she said it, I immediately messaged Chris, "Hey, do you got one of these?" And like just a few minutes later is I get a picture like this one. And so I like to support, resellers. I told him I'd rather buy one from a friend and from another reseller than just go out on Amazon and buy stuff. So I was able to buy some different gifts this year from other resellers, which is cool. I like to support everyone in the community, and that so that worked out really well. And she enjoyed enjoyed it. It was one of the favorite gifts, the way that I had it wrapped. And I actually included a picture of Chris with the Squishmallow, and his cute little dog Jenna was in the photo as well. I framed that, wrapped that up, and put it with the Squishmallow so that she would, kind of see who that it came from. So that was fun. Those nuts are poisonous, so yeah. Yeah, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Ooh, that's scary too. Not so scary if you see it on paper, but scary when they're on the field. They're pretty good. They're a top contender every year. Paul, did you use your new scanner? Yeah, Paul, that's Paul the flippin' sports guy. Got that new scanner for all his cards that he puts out. I saw Instagram post. If you're not following Paul on Instagram or on his YouTube, go check him out. And the same with Roman. Rome's been going live a lot here lately. He's always entertaining to watch. Go check that out for sure. So somebody give me a topic to ramble on about. Say on vacation, I haven't really did I did go out and do some thrifting yesterday though. I went to a yard sale. There was it's actually not really a yard sale. It was an indoor house sale. Some people are moving just like Paul. They're moving down to the Florida area, and they were trying to get rid of everything. And it was one of those houses that you go in, and you had to be careful on the front steps because you could see down through the ground. The front porch was kind of bowed in, and the house was oh, there was a bit of an odor in there. I'm glad that it was cold. They said their furnace had actually broke like 3 weeks ago, and they've been living without heat for 3 weeks. And uh and but yeah, all of the stuff, everything in there was just, it was dirty, it was filthy, and had a little bit of an odor to it. So I didn't pick up anything, but it was nice to get to go to a sale here in the middle of winter. And then I went to one of our local thrift stores. We have a St. Vincent de Paul that was right there near the area, so I stopped in there and picked up a couple things. They had some Christmas stuff that was on clearance for like 75%, and I bought like an old world Santa. It was a Kurt S. Adler. I should have brought that in here. I didn't bring it with me. And checked, got that, and I paid like $2 for it, and it should go around 20-25 bucks. So that was a good pickup. And bought some big Christmas tree removal bags. Those were just for personal use. Even though I don't remove Christmas trees because I've never had a live tree, still, anytime you can pick up a great big bag like that, it was they were more vintage. Actually, I might look them up and see if they will sell, because they were an older, like a real heavy plastic white bag. And I just bought them for if I need to cover stuff up or something like that because they were 50 cents and 75% off. That made them like 12.5 cents a piece. Paul scanned about 200 cards last night. Now, how long does 200 cards take to run through there? Jill has it on display. Yes, her Squishmallow and her photo of Chris Jill has up on her like one of her dressers there that she has stuff displayed on right beside an old accordion that she has. Easter Buckeyes are better than the Browns. Yeah, pretty much. I think my local high school team is better than the Browns. Uh, I bash them. I'm a lifelong Browns fan. I'm always going to be a Browns fan, but what are you going to do? Eventually, someday they'll put all the pieces together and we'll make a run for it. But current coaching staff and management is not going to do that. It's not boring at all to see your content, Roman. I enjoy watching. Yesterday I was watching when you were live, but just yeah, I was just sitting there doing stuff, so I didn't participate in the chat. But 300, Ken, you're giving put back on the Santa glasses. Oh, 300 cards. Yeah. See, I can't see anything. And this chat, I wish I could move this chat. I wonder if I can move that over here where I can see it a little bit. But hey, that's better right there. Sometimes all you got to do is move it a little closer to your eyeballs. Like you all overpaid. Yeah, no kidding. And that remains to be seen. Guy is very, very rusty. The Aints would win the Super Bowl. That's true. I assume you mean that the Saints from down there in your New Orleans area. Hey, look at this right here. Larry way out one checking in. Sorry, Larry.
How are you?
If you were waiting down there for a while.
That didn't work. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Echoing?
Yes, a little bit. Yeah, I can hear kind of the feedback there in the background. Nope. Can't hear you. Oh. I can hear some sound now.
I can't hear you.
Aha.
You haven't done a live in a while. Sorry about this.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Yeah, I hear myself in the background about 10 seconds or 5 seconds after I've said something there. So we'll get some technical difficulties out of the way here and visit with Larry for a minute.
All right. How about now?
I got you now. Sounds pretty good.
Yay.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Well,
Larry way out one.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Yes, Merry Christmas to you for sure. And yeah, definitely got the new year coming up. It's going to be fun. What was your Christmas like? Did you get anything good? Did you give anything good? I'm always more excited about the stuff that I give than I get.
I'm a horrible Christmas person. I just give my grandkids $500 into a savings account, and it's for when they turn 18.
Okay.
So, and I do that on their birthday and on Christmas. So I don't give them any gifts. They just get money for the future.
Okay. So that is going to be someday you're going to be the hero. When everybody starts turning 18, they're going to be going, man, every year I don't get anything
some money
from
for
Uncle
a car.
Larry.
Oh, look, here's some money for a car.
Yes, exactly. Well, that is cool. That's actually a good gift. I had done that as well with my nieces and nephews. Every birthday and Christmas, I would do that as well. I would buy like a savings bond sort of thing. Right. And then when they turned 18 or whatever, they had all of that money. I did that from like the time that they were born.
Yep. My grandson's 3, so I've been doing that since he was born. Plus, my daughter gave me all of her Barbies to sell, and I sold all those Barbies and put that in there. She didn't get any of that money. It all went into his savings account too. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah,
That's a good idea. That's,
because I
you
didn't
know,
want to
part
sell
of,
them. To be honest, I didn't not want to deal with the Barbies. But
yeah.
she's like, "Well, just deposit into the savings account for Mark," and I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, that's a perfect idea. That's a along those lines, those are some of the goals that I'm going to make in 2023 is I'm going to do some specific sort of things. You know, I want to travel and go to a lot of reseller rallies, reseller, you know, meetups and stuff like that. And so I'm going to designate particular items or, you know, different buys that I have towards any monies that come from that go to this fund. Um, and I'm also, you know, next year I'm going to pick up the whole Santa game a little bit more, and I need to do some upgrades on my suit and you know, new belt, new boots, and so I think starting in the first of the year, any Christmas sort of items that I get and that I sell, all of that monies will go towards my Santa suit
Upgrade.
festive fun. So yeah, so
So I
you know,
shaved this
just
morning. I did the. I got rid of the beard this morning. So
going with the goatee. It's
just
looking
back to the
good,
goatee.
looking
Yep.
good.
Yep.
Yeah,
I had.
um,
I did the one Santa Claus gig I showed you the picture of last week.
yes,
Um, I do have an
yeah,
interesting thing that happened on eBay though that I wanted to share.
okay,
Um,
yes,
I got a negative feedback, no,
okay,
neutral feedback, excuse me, and it was on a $5 DVD and or
okay,
$6 DVD or something. Uh, and it said, "I like the movie, but I highly recommend the seller to use UPS instead of USPS to ship. USPS takes way too long to ship." So I got a neutral
okay,
that said that, and I was like, you if you want to pay up, I'll do whatever. So I went and I looked at this buyer's feedback, and
okay.
they've given that feedback to a dozen people, the same
Oh,
exact
really?
feedback. And I'm like, so I emailed eBay and I said, "Hey, I mean, she's complaining about something that she has control over changing, and
Yes,
but she's given this feedback to 12 other people. It just seems kind of crazy to me." And at first, though, it sounded like they weren't going to take it off, but then they did. I don't know if somebody reviewed it and went, "No, no, that's crap," and took it off. But the
yeah,
other dozen are still out here that she gave.
yeah. So you think they're just fishing for trying to get a refund out of people or
I have no idea. Just I kind of want to message the person, go, you can if you want to pay more, people will send however you want to send it.
exactly? Yes.
But I've
Now,
never
because you
seen
would
a
have sent,
situation like this. I just thought it was weird.
were you sending that out media mail to begin
Yeah,
with?
yeah.
Yeah, which is usually doesn't travel the fastest, and you know,
It
especially
took
with
seven.
12
It
other
took seven
people.
days to get there. I mean, she paid for it. I shipped it the next day, and 6 days later, it got there. But
Yeah,
for media mail in December, I thought that was pretty good.
yeah, that's a decent turnaround. We, you know, I still waiting for we.
Yeah.
Jill just received a Christmas gift. Well, for me, I'm excited. I'm waiting to see what it is that didn't make it here before Christmas,
Right.
and it was shipped out, actually expedited almost an overnight, like a few days before Christmas, and still didn't get there till like the 28th.
Wow.
And that
Wow.
was with the Postal Service, USPS. But yeah, the feedback and stuff is just kooky. What are people wanting? What are they, you know,
Yeah.
when you bought the item, you saw how it was going to ship, especially when there were 12 other instances.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. That's somebody fishing or trying to, you know, get a
Works
refund.
works for UPS, maybe.
Yeah, oh, true. Hey, there's an idea. Well, yeah, who would ever ship a single DVD with UPS,
Yeah. It's kind
you
of
know,
crazy.
at twice the money as what it would be to send it with,
Yeah.
you know,
If you want to
we're
spend an
all going to
extra
list
five
that stuff
bucks,
at
I will definitely ship it to you that way.
yes. Yes.
So yeah.
Agreed.
it's kind of crazy. Like I said, it was just one of those things that I thought was weird, and I thought it would be an interesting thing to share because it was just like I've never seen anybody this consistent. And it looks like that's mainly what they buy is DVDs.
DVDs and then complain about the shipping.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are getting. That's another thing I was going to talk about, or I had forgot was, now that we're here after Christmas, we're getting into return season, where everybody that bought items, I have a couple of returns, right now that came in, this week already. So knocking on wood that you're not getting any.
None yet.
We're gonna, and both of them, the reasons were, that one said they found a better price. Okay, that was their reason. Found a better price. It's like, well, okay, just ship it back, no big deal. And the other was, I didn't read the description or look at the pictures. This is not what I thought that I was getting. I overpaid. And so, and I have pretty much mostly free shipping on, or not free shipping, but free returns on all of my items. But it's like, okay, send it back. They were good items that sold pretty quickly, so they'll resell.
So you don't have to give them their initial shipping on those when they come back.
Yeah, I have always done that. Say hello to Cameron right there.
Cameron.
Larry, Ken, good to see you. And everybody's saying hi.
Cameron's got the hairstyle like me now.
Yes, he does. Boy, did you see Cameron take that spill the other day, going into his, ran back to the shed. He was doing a live. He ran back to the house to get something. He come back out to the shed, slipped on the ice coming in, and a whole string of expletives came out of his mouth. And but hopefully I didn't see a follow-up on that, Cameron. How's the wrist? Did you end up spraining your wrist? How was your Christmas after that? Hopefully you didn't need medical attention. Yeah, don't refund them the original shipping. I have always done that. I have always, if somebody has a valid reason of why they're returning something, I will definitely send them back their original shipping. And if it was something that was my error, maybe I mislisted something or whatever. But these people that just changed their mind or just had a better price, I am going to start. I have always sent the original shipping back, but I think on these orders, I am going to not send them the original shipping. And, especially the guy that didn't read. Well, it was right up your alley, Larry. It was a 45 record case.
Oh, okay.
That I sold and came with 145 that was in like an original sleeve that was advertising the record case. Like it was the label was collectibles.
Okay.
And so, when it shows 145 in the description, you get random 45 in the original sleeve and that. And so, the guy says, oh, I thought it was, in his explanation, I thought it was filled with records. I didn't realize there was only one. I overpaid for this. So it's, we'll see.
No. And the guy who didn't like, the other one was what? He didn't like it? Is that what the other one was?
He said that I found a better price.
A better price, yeah. That guy's definitely not getting shipping because then it's like, it's not a better price anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, poor Cameron falling down there. I flipped that. Good morning. Hey, guys. And that's probably is that Joe and Nicole? Is that right? I flipped that. Hey, Ken, thanks. I'm perfectly fine. No doctor visit. Good deal. Good deal. Ken, make an error? Not. That's my mother. She's always on my side.
Have you ever
even if they leave negative feedback because of that, eBay will remove it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I need to see. So I'm going to try that on these couple. If they even come back, you do get a lot of people that, especially the ones that are the, I found a better price. They're also just fishing to maybe get a partial refund or some sort of a refund. It's like, nope, just ship it back. you go through that effort of getting the label and taking it to the post office, and when I get it back, you'll get your money, and no
Yep.
big deal. It's part of business. Part of business.
Yep. That's the way you got to look at it. And again, that record case is going to sell again. That one. I don't know what the other one was, but the record case will definitely sell. Those
Yeah, the
sell.
other was a an Xbox Connect unit with like
Yep.
three games that came with it. So, yeah, no big deal. No big deal. Just Joe here. Nicole is working. Good morning, Joe. Thanks for coming out, hanging out with us.
Let me know if you go to any reseller meetups. I'm definitely interested in doing that this year. I know you said something about that's in your to-dos. Mine too. I didn't feel like this year we didn't travel. The Kentucky thing ended up being the same. The 127 was the same weekend as a Route 66 that is an hour and a half away from me.
Oh, so yeah.
I did the Route 66, and I bought great and did really well on that. And they have not scheduled when theirs is going to be. I saw a message. They messaged me yesterday, I think, that they're meeting to determine what weekends they're going to have it on. I hope it's not the same weekend as 127 again this year.
Yeah.
But it was awesome.
Yeah,
I had a great time on those big sales.
We did 127. We went down and hit the Trash to Cash barbecue bash that they had.
Yeah.
And
it looked like a lot of fun.
We drove down, and the next day we went to that event. The next day we came back home, and we hit sales. And I found that to be mostly, the vendors. There's like those little tent cities that they would have all along. A lot of vendors. We did hit some side roads and found some deals, some pretty good stuff. But yeah, I'm looking at, all of the bigger meetups, the FlipCon, the Boss Reseller Mix, all of those, and then any smaller ones. I really want to get around to those, meet up with other resellers, because that's fun. I love the community,
awesome.
And you can do stuff. You can watch as many lives as many videos as you can or as you want to, but it's just not the same as being there with everybody. And
no, I agree.
Sal's Mercado, heavy hello and good morning, everyone. Sal, it is good to see you, my friend.
He's going.
He's going. Yeah, one of my gifts that I got from Jill for Christmas, I won't go into it right now, but we did this whole list of like 10 things, like 10 different categories that you had to fulfill of different types of gifts. It was really fun. Well, one of them was, I forget if it was like a new experience or something along those lines, but Jill gave me some monies in a little fund and like this little suitcase sort of gift card holder that was to start a fund to go to all of the different rallies and meetups and stuff like that. So that travel is in my plans for sure. Yeah, Ken and Joe, we did some driving. The 127 to do from Ohio all the way down to Crossville, Tennessee, was a big undertaking for one day, for one night and one event. Joe's saying the Boss Reseller member, absolutely fantastic last October. Yes, I definitely, anytime you get to go to Vegas is cool. And then to meet up, yeah, I just sat here with my FOMO, or actually wasn't a fear of missing out. It was AMO. I was actually missing out, I guess, at that time.
Yeah, you had some house issues though that you had to deal with, so you couldn't go, right?
Yeah, I did. I had to have a tree removed out back, which was an expense, and my vehicle. That was it. My vehicle had to have all new, brakes and everything put around it, and so it just kind of right at that time sapped all my money. Better say for FlipCon, it's not cheap. Yeah. And again, some of those events, I'm not always overly interested in the actual event as I am just all the meetups.
Yeah. Hanging out. I agree, man.
I'd like to go to one of the meetups next year. Yes, definitely do it. If there's something local, or even if you have to travel a little bit, there's a lot of little groups that get together. I still having the plans. There's Danica saying hi to Larry. And hello to Danica. She
Hey, Danica, is the van up and running? Did you guys get done doing the rehab on the van
She
or the
just put
bus?
out some content yesterday, a live. She went live like on Instagram of out in the out in the bus
Oh, neat.
doing the rehab. Um, getting started, not being afraid to just tear something out and get into it. So
Yeah,
you
I'm
have to
scared
pick
of
out.
Instagram. When I first started Instagram, the first person to sign up as a follower was my ex-wife, and I'm just like, nope, stay away from this thing.
That's yeah,
Have
you
you
don't
ever?
want them following you around.
No, not at all. Have you ever? I have two items that I have sold between 6 and 8 times each that I still
Okay.
own because I got a water cooler that's like a 5 gallon water cooler. Maybe it's a 10 gallon
Uh-huh.
water cooler. It's a good sized water cooler, and I uh, I sold it to Puerto Rico like 7 times, and when they look at the shipping, they always cancel the order or
They
don't
back
print,
out.
or they try to do local pickup on it, or just a whole bunch of different things. But I've sold it to Puerto Rico a bunch of times, and it's just
Really?
never.
What is it about that particular item that has that much interest in the Puerto
Puerto
Rico
Rico has
area?
water issues. They still have water issues from the
Oh,
hurricane
okay.
through there. So 2 years late, or almost 3 years now, I guess they still have issues with water down there. So that's my
Aha.
assumption
So
on that. But it's weird.
that
I've sold that every time I sold, it's been to somebody in Puerto Rico, and then they end up not completing it because the shipping's ridiculous. Oh, nice.
Danica's saying the bus is running, lots of work ahead. I'm doing morning coffee demos, 2 hours a day, should be finished in 3 years. That's
Nice.
going to be a fun project. It's going to be fun for to see her out and about on the
Oh,
adventures
yeah. Yeah. When she
with
got
the
it, I was
bus.
like, this is a sweet thing.
Yes. But
Oh,
as
and
she
the
was
second
showing
thing,
yesterday,
oh,
yes,
the
go.
second thing that I sold multiple times is what the hell is it called? It's a Chuck Norris gym, like it's the weight
Oh
sliding
yeah,
pad thing. I don't remember what it's called, but anyway, I sold it probably 8 or 9 times, and it says local pickup only, and they're all like, "How much to ship this to Texas or Virginia or wherever?" And it's like, I'm not shipping this thing. It's weighs
yeah,
too much. I have no clue how you would pack this thing up to get it shipped. And I have done all kinds of things that I'll pack up and ship, but this thing is just ridiculous. I mean, it's
yeah.
over 6 foot long and just weighs a ton.
Have you thought about? I think it's called the Total Gym. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Total
Right, right.
Gym. Have you ever thought of parting any of that stuff out? Have you looked at it as parts and then maybe just scrap the frame, the main frame that's heavy, and sell pieces parts, pulleys and such?
Right. That is a way to do. That is definitely a way to do it. But I have $5 invested in it. I paid $5
Uh-huh.
for it, and I got it listed for 180, I think, and it's sold
Okay.
multiple times for 180. And I have it on Facebook also listed for cheaper. I think maybe 150 on Facebook. But it's like, how much time do I want to spend on it? And it's just sitting in the corner in the garage. If I need that space in the garage at some point in time, yeah, I think I would break
Yes.
it down and sell it. But at this point in time, I have so little money invested in it. I'm just willing to ride it out.
Yeah. Exactly.
It was crazy when I
Yeah.
was at the garage sale. And the lady said, I'm like, how much is that? And she goes, $5. I was like, man, my car is full, but I'm going to reorganize it to pick this thing up for $5.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I have many items that have been sold and canceled like that, especially that many times on those. But it is those returns. I love, like, say, taking a best offer on an item. You
Right,
sell it for a little bit less than maybe what you wanted. The person gets it, they return it, you relist it as soon as the refund comes in, and then it sells for like full price. Like,
right.
usually almost immediately or in a couple days, it's like, yeah, I'll do that. It's a pain waiting for it to come back and going through that process of the refund and stuff. But
Yeah. God,
and
Roman
Roman
uses
actually
Total
uses a
Gym.
total gym.
That's why he
So
looks so good.
that's right. Roman's a beast for sure. All right, Larry, I've been on here just a little more than an hour. I usually like to keep it at about an hour. Like I said, I'm just enjoying my vacation.
Uh,
Hopefully, you're enjoying your days. Are you still working hard this week or
no,
taking a
I
little time off?
actually, I we were supposed to get the big storm last week, so I kind of put it in vacation mode for that. And we're
Okay.
going to a wedding tomorrow, so
Okay.
I only had it open for basically 3 days in the last week. Um,
Okay.
so I'm still in vacation mode until Sunday or Monday, I think. But I worked on taxes. I got all that done. Hit the
Yeah.
death pile pretty hard. I think I went through 4 totes of stuff out of the death pile. Um, just trying to. I got 60 items drafted to load out
Oh, nice.
over the weekend is the plan. So staying busy.
That's cool. Yep. That's say I'm not doing anything. My sales are showing that but I'm selling, a few
Did
things
you
here and
add
there.
anything? Did you add anything new this year to sell that you had not sold in the past?
Um, Not really anything new. Didn't really learn a whole lot of new categories, but anytime I pick up, something that's interesting, I'm gonna sell it, even if it's out of my wheelhouse. But
Right.
I pretty much stuck to the same sort of items that I always sell, because they're what your eye goes to when you're at a sale. And so this year I hope to branch out a little bit more into some of that stuff. Um,
I did 2 new things this year that I never sold before. I
okay,
sold postcards, which
okay,
I bought postcards before because it was just so cheap and I would buy it and then go into the death pile because they didn't take up a lot of room. But postcards have been surprisingly good. Like I bought a box for $3 and I made, I don't know, 150 bucks off the $3.
nice.
And then I had another box that I paid $20 on, and I'm slowly going through it. But I actually put it back in the death pile because it doesn't take up that much room, and I want to kind of work on some of the bigger totes of stuff to get empty.
Yes,
But I still
exactly.
probably went through like 20% of it and listed, I don't know, $500 worth of stuff out of the $20 box. I'm like, okay, there's a lot of money in postcards I would have not thought of.
Yeah, I know Cameron.
Yeah, I know
Cameron
Cameron jumped into it
sells a
hard this
lot
year.
of postcards and stuff, and if you really get into that, um, that scanner like that he
Yep,
has, and then Paul, the flipping sports guy that was showing the one that he got scans
yep,
both sides at the same time. Boy, that looks really,
yep,
really convenient to if
yeah,
you're
yeah.
doing that sort of
That's
ephemera
definitely.
and cards.
I know that Lonnie uses a scanner for like comic books and magazines. Um,
Okay,
so I mean, I think there's some more. Definitely, a scanner is something to think about as a one of those things you might want to put into your
yeah.
arsenal of tricks to have.
If that's a wheelhouse that you're in, those sorts of things, definitely can save a lot of money, a lot of time for
Yep.
sure. Right now, I'm just excited about my box resizer.
I,
That's my new
I
thing to
I
play
use
with.
that thing weekly, man. I love that tool. That is a
Yeah,
great tool.
yeah. I think it'll be a lot more convenient than this style.
Yep, I think so too.
Just to be able to get
Yep,
that even thing around there. So
yep. I actually used it last night on a 8x8 box. It ended up being a 4x8x8 once I cut it down.
and you
But
find that tool to be pretty easy
oh yeah,
to deal with,
definitely.
to use, and
Yep.
cool. I like
Sometimes
it.
if you leave the flaps up and use it, it'll
Uh
help you
huh.
get like if you just need to cut a little bit down. Then sometimes if
Okay.
it's a big cut, then you got to fold the flaps down and then do it around that. So it just depends on how much of
Gotcha.
the box you're cutting down.
Yeah. That's yeah, I'm excited to give it a try. I got that for a Christmas. Santa brought me that for
It's a good gift.
Christmas. So, all
Excellent,
right,
excellent.
Larry, I
All right,
appreciate you coming on with me. It's always good to see you, my friend. We'll have to
you
do
do.
some
You
more
do.
stuff in the
I'm looking
future.
forward to seeing what the new Ken looks like.
Yep, it will be probably either the next episode of the Reseller Clickbait podcast, which comes out on Monday, or we are doing our last live holiday tour show, which will be next week, sometime in the evening. We haven't scheduled it. Uh, I will say we do have a special guest that's going to be lined up right now. All I will say, I'm not spoiling it yet, but it's somebody that was in this chat
Ooh.
that was talking, that somebody that maybe rehabbing a vehicle. I don't know. Might be, might not, but no spoilers. So, and there's sunny Las Vegas checking in right at
Funny.
the last second. Sunny out there in Las Vegas for sure.
I wish I was with Sunny right now, to be honest.
Yeah, no kidding.
I was there last year for New Year's Eve. That's an awesome place to be New Year's Eve.
Yes.
All right,
Meg,
buddy.
thank you for
Thanks
coming.
letting me
Nice to
get
meet
on.
you.
Good talking to
Jill,
you.
have a good year. Jill, not have a good year, have a good day, Jill. The rest of your clients, Chris. It's not Chris, but it might be. We could be Chris. And Lady Luck Junk will end with that comment right up there, the LOL. And everyone have a great day. And we will see you next time on Ken versus 10, where I will be busy listing 10 items because the first of the year I'm back at it hard. So thanks for coming, everyone. I appreciate it. Thank you, Larry.
See you, buddy. Bye-bye.
See ya.